Welcome to this video regarding the C++ constant variable. Now, what is a constant variable? A constant variable is a variable that does not change or it remains the same. You only change it once and you don't change it again. Now, what I mean by once is you declared it once and the program cannot change it by itself when it's running because it's constant. It's left alone like that. Now, before that, let me present to you this program calculates the area of a circle, and the formula for the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared, and pi is 3.14159. Now, remember, when you are given a problem to solve, the first thing is to remember to read it carefully to know what you need. Do you need it as a constant, or the program need to change it later on? Now, so here we declare a constant variable. We use the keyword const, and then the data type and our variable name. Our variable name, as you can see, we have our const, and then we have our data type, which is double, and our variable name, which is pi, as our variable constant, and then we assign it toward 3.14159. that is because that is what we are given. Now, for example, if we are given to say calculate derive a program that calculates the area of a circle, and the formula is pi is equal to 3.14159. This is constant. This is what we are given. So here we print out a statement on the screen, and then we get the radius from the user. Enter what is the radius of the circle, and we store it on our radius variable called double, and then we compute that, and we say our area is equal to pi, which is this, times radius raised to the power of 2. Now remember, this function is found in this header file. That is because we needed this function to be able to raise it to a power of something like power of 2 or power of 3. So if I were to run this, it will display the area is this times this raised to the power of 2. So I will just run that. Hopefully there's no error. Okay, there is much of space. Here we go. Alright, so I'll just run that again. Hopefully it runs successfully. Okay, good. Alright, so here we go. This program calculates the area of a circle. What is the radius of the circle? Let's say 6, and then the area is 113.097. So that is how it's calculated. Now, why do we need a constant variable? Let's say this, you are not dealing with this information. Let me remove that. Let's say you are working on a bank, and we call it, let's const, and then let's call it about that, call it interest rate. Interest rate is equal to what? 10.5%, and then we call this one double, and we'll call it, what should we call it? Money loaned. I think that is what was on my mind right now, money loaned. And then we call this another one overall payment or monthly payment. Right, so we just ask the user to enter what amount of money to borrow. How much do you want to borrow? So so we'll just leave it like that, and then we store it in our variable called money loan. Money loan, and then we say we do our calculation to say monthly payment is equal to monthly payment, that is capital letter, monthly payment. Why am I typing so fast right now? Okay, monthly payment is equal to what? Money loaned times interest rate. Hopefully it runs successfully. Interest rate. Now let's terminate that. End of line. See out. Your monthly payment. The monthly payment for to the bank will be monthly payment, and then we end of line. Let me give myself a space over here. Great. So what happened? Let me run that. Let's see. Double. Okay, I didn't terminate this. Hopefully, and then here we go. Where else? Oh, I terminated instead of a comma, right? And then there we go. So how much do you want to borrow? So I'm borrowing, let's say 2,000 from the bank. That is too much. $2,000. Don't know that's too much, but that's on my mind. So your monthly payment to the bank will be 21,000. Oh, okay. So you borrowed 2,000 and you're gonna be paying 21,000. How possible is that? Okay, so let me just leave it that. But I'm emphasizing on this word constant variable. Let's say you have a lot of your program that use this interest rate. Sometimes you may want to change it. It's no longer 10.5, but the bank have increased it to be what? 12.5. If you have a lot of your program or your programs having a lot of this, you are making use of this variable, you're going to go into those programs one by one and be changing them 12.5, 12.5, 12.5. So if you have about 100 lines that uses this interest rate, you're going to be going there changing them 12.5, 10.5. But if you declare it once as constant, you only change it to what? Once, to be 12.5, and every other variable where you make use of it to be affected. So if you make use of it in another variable in another place and you change it only here to be 10, let's say the bank reduces it to be 10, every other place where you use this variable will be 10 as interest rate. So if you didn't declare it as constant, if you change it to be 12.5, the other place where you make use of it will not be 12.5, it will be 10.5, because you didn't declare it as what? As constant. So it is important when you want to make use of something that will be constant, that you can only change once, you use the word constant. As const, C++ recognize it as const. Const declare a variable that will hold a constant value. Remember that. All right, that will mark the end of our video regarding C++ constant variable. If there is any questions, leave a comment below, or you can communicate with us. We are always online. And by the way, if you haven't registered for our online course, we do offer C++ online course on www.websystemnetwork.com. Alright, so that's the end of our video.